All right, so it's impossible for us to go 100 miles an hour and not expect to get burned out. And what I find is that one moment that we're planning the week with strategic days will help you stay consistent. And that's one of the things that we talked about is the four types of days. There are four types of days to create strategy. And the number one day is a power day. I want you to start framing your week with different types of days. So the first day is the power days. The power days allows you to create the opportunity to go 100 miles an hour. These are the days that you go all in. These are the days that you go 100 miles an hour. You give yourself the permission to be fully focused and to be driven by the outcome. This is when you could be extremely focused. You're driven by the outcome. You're constantly focusing on getting shit done. These are the days that you get shit done. These are the power days. But see, one of the things that I realize is that it's impossible for us to have a power day every single day. That's when we go 100 miles an hour. That's the moment that we're shooting for the moon and we end up burning out. So we have to allocate a power day every single day, and maybe just one, two, or three. But the moment that you start looking at every single day as a power day, you know you're gonna burn out. The second type of day is calibration days. The moment that you start looking at your day, you said, okay, where do I need to calibrate? This is where you slow down to speed up. This is the moment that you start following up and cleaning up the mess that sometimes we've created with the power days. Because sometimes you go hard on your power days and you leave a mess behind. So that's where the calibration day comes in to follow up and to clean up all the shit that you've done in the power days. And this is when you start analyzing. This is a more strategic day. This is more of a creative day. This is when you start analyzing, what did I do? How can I adapt to a new strategy? How can I adjust this outcome a little bit better? The calibration day is the moment that you start not going too hard and not being too focused, but being more strategic. This is when you start working on your business instead of working in your business. The third type of day is the reset, recharge day. And we don't have enough people taking reset and recharge days. I see men all the time, going hard 6, 7 days a week, when the reality is you have to have at least one reset and recharge. This is when you start fueling up and feeding the king. The reason that most people are not getting where they want is because they're working on empty. Most men want to conquer the world, but they're operating on empty. And the moment that you're operating on empty, you're not good for your people. You're not good for your clients. You're not good for your customers. You're not good for your employees. Because that's when it's easy for you to get off course. It's easy for you to start getting triggered and blaming other people. These are the days that you focus on the why. The reset and recharge, as you focus on the why and remind yourself why you do what you do. Remind yourself, why is it that you're willing to go out there in the battlefield? Why is it that you're willing to put everything on the line? Why is it that you're going to show up? So the reset and recharge is a key for you to start feeling yourself, a key for you to start feeling the king. Without the reset and the recharge days, you're always going to half-ass your productivity. The fourth is the flex days. And the flex days, this is a hybrid day. This is when you actually could use maybe half a day as a power day, the other half as a reset or recharge day, or the other half as a calibration day. But this is when you start looking at filling in the gaps. And this gives you flexibility to adapt to what you want to accomplish. So maybe during the week, then you have a flex day, or you have a flex day over the weekend. But you have to give yourself the capacity to start analyzing, okay, what's the structure for the week? How can I set myself up to win? Because being intentional about your days will give you consistency. It is impossible for you to go 100 miles an hour and not crash. You'll also remove the need to go 100 miles an hour every single day and feeling guilty when you don't. The moment that you have a structure, the moment that you actually allocate the certain type of days that you're going to execute, it releases pressure. The pressure of being perfect. The pressure of being always on. Because now you're going to have different strategies every single day. Be aware of how many power days you have also during the week. Be aware if you're running too many power days back to back, you're also going to be burning out. So I want you to customize this to your lifestyle, but don't leave it up to chance. I want you to start looking at this structure and this framework to customize it, but don't leave it up to chance. Don't say, well, this week I'm going to see how many power days I have. I'm going to see how many reset recharge days I'm going to have. I'm going to see. No, structure it. Schedule it and stick to it. See what works. See what works for you. See how you get more productive. but don't leave it up to chance. The more consistent you are, the more productive you will become. Because that's the key. In order for you to get more shit done, in order for you to be able to go to the next level, you have to structure your power days. You have to structure your reset and recharge days. You have to structure your hybrid days and also structure your collaboration days. So here's what my schedule looks like. So this is what I've created for myself. Monday and Tuesday, power days. And every single Monday and Tuesday, I go hard. I start the week hard. For you, it could be different. You could begin the Monday and Tuesday, maybe it's a calibration day. Whatever works for you. But for me, Monday and Tuesday is power day. I want to set the frame for the week and start it right. So for me, it's a must. Monday, power day. Tuesday, power day. Wednesday is calibration day. Wednesday, I slow down. Wednesday, I start looking at the strategy to see what do I need in order for me to get closer to what I want. And then Thursday, for me, is a flex day. I have half a power day and the other half is a reset and recharge day because I have date night. I'll go out with my kids. I'll go out with my wife. So Thursday for me is always a flex day. And Friday, I'll throw in another power day. I want to close with power. And sometimes Friday is also a flex day. Sometimes Friday is half power day, half reset and recharge day. Depends of what I have going on. But Saturday and Sunday, most of Saturday and Sunday for me is reset and recharge day. This is where I feed the king. At least one day out of those days is I make sure I'm exercising to the fullest for me. I'm doing things for me. I'm feeding the king. The other one is I allocate some time for my family and I'm with my family. But you have to set up your structure. You have to create a structure. And this is something that I want you to give me feedback on. I want you to see how this structure allows you to perform at your best. Because at the end of the day, this will remove guilt or always having power days. And also will give you the awareness. Am I going too hard? Am I seeing that I'm selecting power days, and then all of a sudden then you burn out. And then you don't even reset or recharge. Then you try to do more. And then you go on empty. Then your family gets the empty side of you. Your wife gets the empty side of you. Your kids get the empty side of you. And you're expecting them to fill you up. Or you think that the answer is to make more money because you don't have enough time. But the reality is that you're half-assing your business. You're half-assing the strategy. You don't have the capacity to be able to be productive. I get more shit done in my power days than I used to get working every single day of the week. So even though in here it may look like only 3 days out of the week I'm 100% on, I get more shit done because I'm intentional. Create your life by design, not by chance. If you're intentional about your days, if you're intentional about your weeks, if you're intentional about what you're doing, you don't have to be reactive. And again, this is not a perfect situation. This is not a perfect plan, but it's a fucking plan. Because the plan that most people have is not working, which is work their asses off, grind every single day, go all in every single day. That is not sustainable. You're going to burn the fuck out. Believe me, I tried. I try to be 100% on every single day, and it just cost me pain. Because the day that you're not on, the day that you fuck up, you feel guilty. And that's the reason at the end of the week, even though we've done so much, we feel guilty because we said we had a couple of good days, but then I could have done more. We have to train our mind to be able to do less to achieve more. In order for us to achieve more, we have to be productive. We have to focus on our power days. We have to be able to gain our focus, to be able to reset and recharge and fuel ourselves in order to come back stronger. If you follow the structure, maybe for you it's different. Maybe you do calibration days Monday and Tuesday and then power days during the middle of the week, and then you reset, recharge on a Thursday and Friday, and then you go power days on the weekends, whatever works for you, but just use a structure to see what works for you. Play around, move those days, but don't leave your life to chance. You have to create it by design. This allows me to feel like I am being productive every single day. Allows me to give myself the permission in those days that I have to go all in on power days. My wife knows it, my team knows it, and they let me just go in. It's like unleashing a beast in there. And then in calibration days, we actually have team meetings, we actually have marketing meetings, we have sales meetings where my energy is at a certain level that allows me to take it in. Imagine you can't be 100%. That's the reason that you burn some people out, because they see that side of you. That's the dark warrior, the warrior that's in the battlefield. And then when you come back, you're trying to tone it down, and it's impossible. It's like you're going 100 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden you push the brake, and something's gonna jam in the transmission. So allow yourself to have the structure that gives you the power to be more productive. Because the moment that you conquer your strategy, you'll be able to build your kingdom faster because you're going to be stronger because you're feeding the king every single day.